You're not going to believe this, but what if I told you that the number one most exclusive top-rated restaurant in all of London was a complete and total fake? I'm not talking about a bad restaurant, I mean a non-existent one, run out of a literal garden shed. Yeah, this is the unbelievable story of the shed at Dulwich. This whole thing was the brainchild of journalist Uba Butler, and this quote, it just perfectly sums up the sheer audacity of his experiment. He basically wanted to see if he could game the system, and well, he succeeded beyond his wildest dreams. And there it is, the scene of the crime. This humble little garden shed in Dulwich, London. For a brief, absolutely glorious moment in 2017, the shed, was the hottest ticket in town. It actually climbed past more than 18,000 real restaurants to claim the top spot on TripAdvisor. The phones were ringing off the hook. I'm talking PR agencies, celebrities, food bloggers, everybody wanted in. But no matter who called, the answer was always the same. Sorry, we're booked solid for weeks. Which, leads to the big mystery. Why was it so impossible to get a reservation? Well, the answer is as simple as it is brilliant. You couldn't get a table because there were no tables. The restaurant, the Shed at Dulwich, was a complete fabrication, just an elaborate hoax designed to expose how absurd online review culture had become. Okay, so how on earth did he pull this off? I mean, the journey from this ridiculous idea to the world's most sought-after fake dining experience was truly a masterclass in manipulation. And the speed of it all was just staggering. In only 6 months, the Shed went from a total non-entity to the undisputed king of London's food scene, all without serving a single meal. The momentum built so fast that by month 5, PR firms were already begging to represent a restaurant that literally didn't even exist. Now, this wasn't just some lucky break. It was a carefully orchestrated campaign of deception. Butler had a step-by-step playbook for how to trick the entire internet. So the method to his madness was really built on insider knowledge. Butler used to get paid to write fake reviews, so he knew exactly which levers to pull. The photos were just absurd. We're talking shaving foam for mousse, dishwasher tablets as garnishes, and I think he even used his own foot in one shot. The menu was pure nonsense, based on abstract moods. But the real masterstroke was creating artificial scarcity. By always claiming to be booked solid, he made everyone want a table that much more. And what Butler did, as wild as it really just taps into a real and widespread problem. These are the tactics used every day to manipulate ratings. People getting paid for reviews, fake accounts, businesses swapping 5-star ratings, even owners reviewing their own places. It's a whole ecosystem of deception. Okay, so we know how he did it, but the more fascinating question is why it worked so well. Why were people so eager to believe in a restaurant in a shed? The answer, it turns out, is all in our own psychology. This number is pretty staggering. Around 91% of us rely on online reviews to decide where to eat. Think about that. We have basically outsourced our trust to these platforms, and that creates a massive vulnerability. It's a vulnerability that the Shed at Dulwich exploited perfectly, because we are all fundamentally wired to trust the crowd. It all comes down to this really powerful psychological concept, social proof. Basically, it's a mental shortcut. If everyone else says a place is amazing, we just assume it must be. We follow the herd because it's efficient, right? But this also makes us incredibly easy to manipulate. The hundreds of fake 5-star reviews for the Shed created this illusion of consensus that was just too powerful for most people to even question. And there were several different psychological biases at play here. You had the bandwagon effect, which made people want to join in on the trend. Then you had authority bias. TripAdvisor's #1 ranking gave it instant credibility. There was also confirmation bias, which led people to look for reviews that just reinforced what they already wanted to believe. And, of course, that powerful desire for exclusivity. Being told you can't have something just makes you want it more. So this all might feel a little disillusioning. Like, how can we trust anything we read online? But here's the good news. The Shed story also gives us the tools to become smarter consumers. It's time to build your BS detection kit. Okay, so the first and most powerful tool is looking for specifics. A fake review is often incredibly vague, right? It uses generic phrases like great food or excellent service. But a real review, like the one on the right, it gives you details, the specific dish, the texture, the context of the visit. Authenticity lives in the details. So here are some more red flags to watch for. Be wary of reviews that are either 100% glowing or 100% damning. Real experiences are usually a bit more nuanced. A sudden flood of positive reviews in a short period of time, that's suspicious. Always check the reviewer's profile. If they have no history or just one review, you should be skeptical. And hey, if the photos look a little too perfect, a quick reverse image search can reveal if they're just stock photos. So while Butler's prank was, let's be honest, hilarious, it exposed a really serious issue with real-world consequences. This isn't just about a few fake reviews, it's about a much larger battle for the integrity of the internet. The fallout is real, and it affects everyone. Consumers waste money, and over time, lose trust. Honest businesses suddenly have to compete against fake hype, or even worse, get damaged by fake negative attacks. And ultimately, the entire system of online reviews just becomes less reliable for all of us, which hurts the very platforms that are supposed to be helping. And let's be crystal clear here, this is not a gray area. Regulatory bodies like the FTC in the United States and the CMA in the UK have made it plain that writing or commissioning fake reviews is a deceptive practice that can lead to massive fines. We're talking penalties that can reach up to 10% of a company's global turnover. This is a really serious offense. The story of the shed at Dulwich is hilarious. It's absurd, and frankly, it's a brilliant piece of social commentary. But it leaves us with this one crucial question. When reality can be so easily manufactured and our perception is everything, how do we navigate the world and find what's actually authentic? It's definitely something to think about the next time you're scrolling through those 5-star reviews.